Okay, so first of all, if you saw the title, most likely, if I'm going with what I'm thinking of going, Holy Glaze, it's not that amazing, but it is pretty good. So the first thing I need to cover is actually the ritual system for Descent, because it'll be made important later. Just by putting items on these pedestals, you can see I've color-coded them here to sort of highlight what pedestal correlates to what. This correlates to slot 1, this is slot 2, and this is your catalyst item. So just a quick one I made to transmute amethyst shards into echo shards. But you'll see as I go through some of my items, some of them have an enchantment called soulbound. Now this can be applied to any item in the game, so it can be, a powerful weapon like this, or it can just be a fish. And this is part of the new system I wanted to create for a keep inventory system. Now, there are a lot of keep inventory systems in Minecraft, but well, not an issue, but none of them really fit my purpose. I do like keep some inventory for a more casual experience, which is a data pack. I'll link it in the description, that allows you to keep just gear, but not items. And I think the matcha flavored implementation is also interesting, where you lose permanent heart containers. Well, they're not permanent because you lose them on death, but I think it does avoid a little bit of a risk in the early game. So I'll link that in the description as well. But the thing is, anytime I suggested adding keep inventory, my friends would always complain that, when they kill someone in PvP, they wouldn't be able to get their loot. And that was a major problem, right? I wanted a system where you'd be able to keep loot, but I also wanted a system where not every item would be kept upon death, which is why I went with an enchantment. And this system also has the handy effect of it keeps the risk of dying in lava and losing your items. So it's it's definitely going to work for this data pack, and maybe if there's enough positive feedback, I'll release a version that doesn't use an enchantment and just works with every item as part of, just on its own. So what exactly is the system here? So you take an item and you'll put it in your ritual, and then I haven't figured out the recipe yet, but the recipe will add soulbound onto this item. So you can add it onto anything. For example, you can add it onto this scythe. And then if you have soulbound, and let me just go up to this iron golem here. Let's say I'm fighting the iron golem, and very unfortunately, I perish. Well, if I just wait, around, it takes a bit of time. It takes about 12 seconds. So, I guess I'll just chill here. I guess, how's your day been? Yep, you'll see. I get my items that were enchanted with soulbound back. And this bundle too, but this got ritualized, which is another feature that's being added. So then you can go and re-grab your items. So it means if you have one very valuable item on you, and I'll just, I guess, do that, you can keep it on you after death, but it'll take a while. This happens 12 seconds, or 12.25 seconds after clicking the respawn button. And then to me, cut that long pause out. Okay, let's redo. So this happens about 12.25 seconds after clicking the respawn button. And I know you might be thinking, well, what happens if I'm, 100,000 blocks away or something? Then my items clearly can't teleport back to me because they're not loaded. Okay, let me just get my stuff back and we'll do a quick cut. Okay, edit to me, cut to me getting my stuff back. Hello? Okay, So that didn't work. So as you may have just seen, the system can be a little janky at times, and I wonder if my items just like fell down here. It's actually, oh, there's my scythe. But one of the things is, oh, we'll cover that later. So yeah. Okay, so sometimes it may not work, and I actually have no clue why. It's a little bit janky. It's not perfect, but I do think it's a really nice starting position. And as always, you can go back to where you died. Now, about what happens if I travel 1,000 blocks out. Let's do that. So here you can see I am 10,000 blocks away from spawn. Yeah, here you can see by my coordinates, I'm around 10,000 blocks away from my spawn in a nice mangrove swamp area. And give me a second, I gotta do this. Wait, they can spread wither? What? Okay, I'll have to link that mod in the description. That's Felix's rats, and apparently they can spread wither. That is, they're not that markers. Jeez, I need to dial down that sound effect. Okay, well, this is actually perfect. So let's say you've got wither from finding a rat, and you're out here, you're dying. You die all the way out, and you die, and you die, yep, all the way this far. And then if we just wait a bit, geez, it really does take a second, doesn't it? Yep, as you can see, I got my scythe back. So, yeah, it loads chunks temporarily. There is no error when you have, someone else's item. So you won't accidentally pick up someone else's soulbound item if they die. But if they drop one on the floor, you will, just because of data pack jank. And one last thing. Let's say I do this, and then I die. But let's say, before dying, before I can collect my loot, I die again. When I respawn, what do you think will come back to me? Place your guesses now, I guess. Yeah, it's just the pufferfish. And the reason why is that soulbound is per death. So if you die before being able to collect your soulbound loot, which it takes 12 seconds, I don't know how you died that quickly, but if you somehow do, for example, you're rushing a boss or something, it will not return to you. It'll only be your latest death, and I think this is nice and balanced. So yes, if I get a lava bucket and I fall off the edge and I burn in lava, I wait for my stuff to come back. Of course, it's going to burn in lava. Except I think that wasn't a big enough pull, so none of my items burnt, but you get the point. It will burn away. So I think overall, this is actually quite a nice system. You know, it doesn't it punishes death in a way, but not as much. But you will have to, it will be end game. It won't be like, oh, you can get this as soon as you spawn in. It's pretty balanced, and it's fine with PvP. So I think that people who grind a long time for a weapon like this, it's called the Netherite Axe because it doesn't have its item name yet, which I will cover in a future video. This item will take a lot of resources to get. It's got a fairly complex crafting tree. So if you're going for this, of course, you don't want to lose it. And Soulbound can help balance that out, especially if you have, Rune of Decay as well. And then you just have, like, some other enchantments, like Mending and Breaking. It's pretty good. It's pretty rare. So, I'm really proud of this system. I think it's really good. And this will be implemented into Descent as a system just to balance that out. And if you're wondering why my skin has changed, it's because PurgGem 26 is going on right now, which you should submit to, and this is Darkness from Purgatory. Cool. Like and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. Next time I will be doing a Descent devlog. I'll probably be covering this weapon, but also, let me just get it real quick. I'm just gonna cut this out. But I will also probably be covering this weapon, which I'll just give you a quick sneak peek of. Anyways, I hope to see you in the next one.